Hello? Are you all there? Are you all patiently waiting for more VTuber goodness from good old Aurelius the Butler? I certainly hope so, of course. Anyway, hello there. Hello to everyone. Hello. And thank you for the reminder, Nova. Thankfully, I am getting in the hang of removing the stream starting soon sign in good timing now. Which is good, of course, which is always good. Anyway. Hello to all of you. Hello. I see a few people here. Hello to you, Slasher and Jelly. Who else do we have? I see Arctic Fox, TsunamiJuria. Who else is around? Oh, don't crash on me now. Come on. There we go. There we go. I see Dragonstar Sidera, Jellybean as well. Yes. I see a lot of people simping over the artwork here. The artwork. If this doesn't help get me more views and more followers on Twitch, then I don't know what will at this point, it seems. Hey ho, hey ho. Hello to you, very bored person. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to have another relaxing, comforting, and I'd like to think pleasant stream. We could all chit-chat and enjoy ourselves, enjoy each other's company, in other words. Good to know that you're still using Twitch, Nova. I need at least one person to be using Twitch to keep the chat alive over there, you see. A minimum of one would be preferable, but we'll see who else rolls on by, of course. Well, at this point, I've just got to embrace it. The fan service route, as you say, very bored person. I mean, how else is a person going to get followers and whatnot on, you know, Twitch and YouTube and social media in general? Might as well embrace it, you know? Oh well. Let's just adjust the seat a little bit. Hopefully it gets the mouth flaps and moving a bit better. Here's hoping. Oh, you're at an air show on the beach, are you, Dragonstar? Cool planes as well? Wonderful. I hope you have a fantastic time while you're over there. You like the floppy ears, Slasher? The return of the floppy ears? Yeah, now that you mention it, Nova, I guess I am going full fan service setup, as you say. Either way, hopefully no one's going to have an issue with it. I don't think anyone seems to, but at this point it's like, might as well give a bit of a treat out for the fans at the very least. I mean, seeing me shirtless, I guess that could be considered a treat for all of you. You know, based on all of your responses. Not exactly something I personally like to do. I don't flaunt my physique or whatnot. I'm not vain like that. Still, nevertheless. Yes, return of the floofy tail. Thank you very much for that, TsunamiJuria. And it wiggles too. It wiggles. Oh dear, the Twitch is bugging out on your end, is it, Nova? And hello to you, Nova, on the YouTube side of things. Hello to you, Lone Wanderer Colin. Hello! Yes, I'm doing okay, and I certainly hope that you're okay as well. Oh, Slasher, something funny happened to you with your brother? I mean, if you'd like to share, then by all means, by all means. Which reminds me, I've got to check the YouTube stats, see if I can learn something new. Just to see how things are going. and see if we've got a decent amount of people tuning in. Let's have a looky. And I forgot how to do it. Oh, that's not the best sign on my part. Oh, let's best not fiddle around and break something in the process, shall we? Good to know you're well, Colin. Thank you for letting us all know. Oh, yes, you're over in London, Nova. At least you've had fun, that's good. But yes, the heat is really making itself known these days, slowly creeping from spring to summer, ever so gently, tippy toes, but we're making it, we're going to make it. Surprised that you're able to handle all of the heat, Slasher, but then again, that's a good sign. That's always going to be a good sign, especially if he's slaving away in front of a fan just to stay alive. Yes, good old England is known for being usually handling the coldness a bit more chill, a bit more steady sort of weather and whatnot. Don't blame you, Nova. 20 degrees or higher can be a bit of a challenge. Oh yes, and when it hits 30, whew, blimey. Ah, right. You work in a humid building, Slasher, so I guess you really are prepared and used to it that way. You've got the experience. Toasty on your end as well, TsunamiJuria? Well, still, good weather to be out and about in the garden, as you say. Had a bit of a stroll out and about myself, just to the shops at least, earlier for myself, but still, it was quite enjoyable. A bit of sun, a bit of nice music in the ears. All's well. Oh, crikey, Nova. Didn't think it would be so bright that you'd end up getting sunburned, bless you. Oh, hello to you, Blue Bats, hello. Well, we're just having a bit of a standard old chit-chat. Is everything okay for you, Nova? Is everything all right on your end? Ah, a bit of Ribena, a Slasher. Good brand, good brand. Not as good as Vimto, but still, it's got some pretty tasty flavours. Quite fond of the strawberry, and here we go again with the Vimto tax. Oh well, there's no dodging the Vimto tax. Go ahead, take it all. Well, not all, but some of it. Hydrate, everyone. Remember to hydrate. That's very important. Very important indeed. I'm certainly keeping myself hydrated for sure, Blue Bats, and I hope you're doing the same thing too. Rainy on your end, has it? A very bored person. I wonder how many of us here is jealous of you for that. Probably Nova. Probably Nova. I tell you what, everyone. I tell you what. Boy, have I been busy. We've tried to grab clips from Twitch, from the latest streams recently, and I was making quite a lot of progress indeed, with acquiring more footage. You know, hopefully for uploading to YouTube as well, but also to Twitch, and I was making quite a lot of progress, primarily on the ones that you all enjoy, especially, you know, the looking at bad video game covers and bad album covers. They seem to be quite fun to edit through, actually. Problem is, it's just a matter of trying to get a decent enough following on this platform. I'm not even consistently uploading, you know, with sites like Twitter/X or Twitch. Yeah, not Twitch, no. Oh, what's that other site called? TikTok, that's it, TikTok. But anyway. Bit of work on your end, Slasher, more writing? I might just do a bit of a reading of your recent writings. Maybe I should. Oh, all that rain stopping your dad from mowing the lawn. Lucky man, a very bored person, very lucky man. Oh, crazy thunderstorm, Jelly. Was it keeping you all up? I certainly hope not, of course. A bit of rain, bit of pitter-patter. It's quite nice to listen to when you're falling asleep, but thunder and lightning and whatnot, oof, maybe not so. You don't drink Vimto, do you, Blue Bats? Do I accept water bottles? Well, I mean, I need water bottles to put water in so I can have them alongside my Vimto bottles. Good to know it's been fun, Slasher. Good to know. And, oh, well, actually, if I scroll up, I might be able to find it on my own. Oh, there it is, found it. Found your, JTV ASMR villainy story. Maybe I might just do a bit of a reading of that. Might be a bit fun, kill a bit of time and whatnot. Why am I not surprised the children slept through it, considering usually they're the ones who cause the thunder and lightning around the house, eh, Jelly? As a mother, I'm sure you'd completely agree there. Oh, I see. Very bored person, bless you. Or better yet, bless your father. It's gotta be done. There's no dodging the call of the overgrown lawn forever. I think we're all happy to hear some more stories from Slasher. Yes, yes. And I think I might just deliver on that. Why not? Why not? Besides, it might be a good opportunity to mention about that a certain video that was appearing on JTV ASMR recently. I believe today, actually. Today. Or was it yesterday? One or the other. Either way. Tell him you're going to sell them to us, the circus. Good idea, Jelly. Good idea. Maybe that might scare them in place, but then again, they might think, wow, that sounds exciting. Let's create more havoc, so that way we'll be the best possible performance for said circus. Like, no, that's not what I was trying to say. Oh, blast. Now they're trying to construct a cannon in the front yard. Some lightning struck nearby, Jelly. Thank goodness you were all inside. Blimey. I see quite a few of you seem to have really enjoyed that particular video of this villainous version of me. Like me? A villain? It's ridiculous. A truly ridiculous thought. I'd like to think a loving, hard-working, and caring butler. But the fact that people are interested in seeing a villainous side of me, like a villainous alter ego, or parallel universe creature, or twin brother from another mother, or, you know, I don't know what exactly you want to call it, but still. Well, at least your scared father was trying to Trying to keep you safe at the very least, a very bold person, even if it meant shoving your mother out of the way. Bless. If the oldest is going to be the knife thrower, Jilly, keep all pointy objects away from them at all times. Handy advice. Oh, thank you, Nova. Thank you. I'm glad to know that you'll always prefer me. I know that some people might like the spooky, scary kinds of folks out there, but I am a loving and caring person. I'll defeat you with hugs. Well, there's no stopping Jelly and her simping for this villain version of myself. To be expected, I suppose. In any case, same to you, Slasher. Oh, Blue Bats, thank you for the kind words. I wish I could give all of you a kiss on the cheek. Hello to you, Natural. Welcome. Welcome to another little random chit-chat sort of stream and whatnot. You know, just enjoying a bit of relaxing, a bit of mucking around. Oh, thank you, Slasher. You're perfect to me. Well, let's get another sip in my system. Can't say I blame you there, Nova. It'd be much nicer to have a hug than anything pointy headed your way, for sure. And I am flattered by your simping, Jelly. Just thought I'd let you know that. Always flattering to hear. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your tum-tum's hurting, Slasher. I hope that you feel better, but then again, I don't blame you, considering that, what was it, you had a bit of chippy chips delivered or whatnot? Something like that. I'd recommend getting some peppermint supplements. Those are very good for the tummy, in case you get a bit too full and feeling a bit too sluggish. Helps the kind of excess go down a bit, make you feel a bit better after a big meal. And they can be found at your usual chemists as well, so it's not exactly hard to find. Thank you, Natural, thank you. And I hope you're having a good day too. Good to know you're back at it with writing. Cup of tea, did you say, Blue Bats? Personally, I'm sticking with my Vimto. I love a bit of Vimto. Are you having a cup of tea yourselves? Is that something you might like? Or maybe you're more of a coffee person, or fruity drink person like me? Almost caused the VTuber model to break there. Yes, TsunamiJuria, I saw those fantastic drawings you've made. Well done with those. Those were fantastic. I'll have to make sure that the second one in particular appears on the stream starting soon kind of uploads of fan art. I'll really have to make sure that gets added alongside. Another good idea there for Slasher. Peppermint supplements and heat pads. That'll prevent you from being sent over to Valhalla from eating that big meal. Ooh, mango tea. That sounds tasty, Natural. As for fruit tea, normally I don't really have a lot of fruity teas, which is probably something I should try to change more often. Myself, I've enjoyed a bit of I think it was blackberry tea, and enjoy a bit of strawberry tea too, but I'd love to try some more citrusy flavoured sort of teas, perhaps. Those might be a nice little twist. Yeah, that makes sense, Blue Bats, that makes sense. I mean, nothing wrong with water, of course, as long as it's cold and refreshing. You know, not the kind of lukewarm, mucky sort of tasting tap water. Very bored person, don't forget to drink your milk, says this wonderful person. You drink Spezi, Cola Fanta Mix. TsunamiJuria, that's a peculiar combination, but then again, is it? Orangey cola? No, it doesn't sound that crazy. It actually sounds quite nice. Personally, I try to stay away from the sugar variety. I might have the occasional cola-based beverage or fruity-based beverage myself, fizzy, of course. Occasionally. Oh, you're wanting to do some writing too, Jelly? I'd be more than happy to check out that. A bit of syrup in your drink, Slasher. Have you tried adding a bit of honey to a hot drink? Now that's a nice touch, but again, unfortunately, it's a smack of sugar to the face. Making an evil dub fanfic, natural. I mean, Dub being the shy little lad that I've seen many times. What if he was not shy? What if he was perhaps trying to do something involving mechanical things, like mechanical attachments, and become, I guess, more of a cyborg, or maybe robot army, something like that? Maybe that's something I should bring up to him. Might be a fun little conversation. Maybe. Coke and milk. Nova, that's frightening. That's a frightening combination. I'm surprised any member of your family would even consider it. Ah, Blue Bats, good question here. Does anyone have a favorite villain? Ooh, I see Nova saying Black Hat from Villainous. To be fair, Black Hat is very entertaining villain, so I'm going to throw him in my little basket too. Who else? People put ketchup in milk cartons? I'm guessing as a prank or something, because that sounds like a horrific combination. Very bored person. I like the sounds of these inspirations, Natural. Nice. And glad to have helped inspire you too. Slash is saying, Megatron is my favorite villain. Second is Ganon from Zelda. Eric Sparrow from Tony Hawk's Underground. An oddly specific one, but hey, I'm not complaining. Nova saying Megatron too. A lot of people seem to really enjoy the big, scary robot fellow. Makes for a good bad guy, I'm sure. Who else? Villains. Let me think. That's a tricky one. You know what, I'm struggling to think here. I'm sure I can think of something or other. Muzan from Demon Slayer, says TsunamiJuria. Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Or all the bosses from Hat in Time, says Very Bored Person. Barb from Shauna, the Mama, says Jelly. Is it AM or AM from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? Nova. Either way, I see people always like to quote that character. Ketchup on toast? That's barbaric, Slasher. Don't blame me for wanting to give him a slap. Oh, Jelly saying Hexus from Fern Gully. I mean, to be fair, a bit of ketchup on steamed broccoli is totally fine. I love broccoli, personally. But a little bit of ketchup on the side, nothing wrong with that. Bill Cipher, Poison Ivy, Candyman, Carrie Story, says Naturel. Good choices. You know, I have played a bit of, it's a series called Command and Conquer. I've given that a bit of a try. Thank you, Dub, for the suggestion. He suggests a lot of video games for me to try, and usually I'm quite eager to try them out. But anyway, I've tried this Command and Conquer game that he's told me about, and I really enjoyed the villain Kane. He's the leader of the Brotherhood of Nod. It's a fanatic army fighting against GDI, and the fellow who portrays him, Joe Kukan, he just chews up the scenery when he's playing Kane. He's fantastic at what he does. So I'd say I'd add him to the pile. Wheatley and GLaDOS. You drank vanilla extract, Slasher. I guess we all end up doing something wacky once. Jellybean says Solomon Grundy from the DC universe. I mean, good to know this Carrie would at least be a sweetheart if around me, natural. Last thing I'd want is her destroying things with telekinesis when I'm within close proximity, or anyone really. You ate a raw garlic clove, Nova. I imagine that's something that you probably severely regretted, even as a child, you know, point remains. Ah, yes, Jelly. The joys of adding vanilla extract and giving it a try and going, oh, yes, I wonder what the fuss is about. Oh, and now I really don't know what the fuss is about. TsunamiJuria saying Venerok from the upcoming visual novel, Haunted Divinity, which is in the works right now, actually. That's currently in the works. Might be one to check out if you like visual novels. Scarecrow from Batman says Arctic Fox. Tommy Shelby says Natural. Slasher says the phone from Splatoon, the evil thing. Nova, I'd say Venom is an anti-hero. I'd say he's an anti-hero, unless of course he's tangling with Spider-Man, then I suppose he could be considered a villain. But otherwise, I'd say primarily anti-hero. Ah, in Agent 3, that battle, Slasher. Luckily for me, I didn't get to that point. I've only seen the videos about how challenging it is and thought, nope, I'm totally fine with not getting this far. Who else? Favorites. I will admit, I do like Baron Harkonnen from the Dune series. I've been dipping into the Dune series for a while now. Baron Harkonnen is equal parts, he's revolting and yet fascinating. He's such an interesting character, so just horrific and just evil incarnate in practically every way, but he's so fascinating because of that. And I suppose I could also say there's another character that I've been checking out in these Dune books, these prequel books during the Butlerian Jihad. In other words, a battle against the thinking machines. And really enjoying the likes of Erasmus, this robot fellow. Has a smooth kind of robotic head, completely curved, but he's learned to kind of mimic humans so much that he even kind of morphs his head into a smile or a frown or things like that. He very much tries to soak up human emotions and kind of do what humans like to do in order to understand them more, but at the same time he does these awful, terrible things, like experiments on humans, on all his slaves, and awful stuff, but still very fun character. Natural with William Afton, of course, Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's, Loki for Jellybean, N for Team Plasma, from one of the Pokemon games. I don't blame you for taking 30 tries for Splatoon 2. I bet you can't even carry the golden toothpick over to the third game, can you? The Beldam from Coraline. I don't blame you there. Freaky. Jelly, you need to see Coraline. That movie is fantastic. I wish I could say that all the movies that followed it from that studio's repertoire were just as good, but it set a bar. It set a bar so high. It is that amazing. Feathers McGraw from Wallace and Gromit, aka the Mute Penguin, says Slasher. An excellent choice. Able to say so much, even by saying absolutely nothing at all. That's pretty impressive. That's very impressive, all things considered. Just goes to show how much effort they put into it. Definitely one of the best stop-motion animation films for sure, very bored person. Coraline, brilliant film. Watching a lot of Transformers Prime, Slasher. Interesting, interesting. Oh, Blue Bats weighing in with more favourite villains. Lorb Dominator from Wander Over Yonder. You got the key from Coraline from your birthday. Very nice, Slasher, very nice. Jubal Early says Jellybean. Man, I didn't even need to come up with a topic for this stream. We've got it all covered, it seems. Wow. You're clearly a Coraline mega fan. Wouldn't you agree there, Slasher? Trying to think who else comes to mind for villains, but I think that's all from the top of my head. Still, I think I picked out some good ones. Oh yes, I just remembered. I've got to do some reading, don't I? As I promised. Alright then, alright. There we go. Well, I've got the story lined up just in case anyone does want to hear some wonderful fan story writings by Slasher. Has anyone considered Lalnable from Flux Buddies? I've not seen that one personally. But maybe someone here has. Alright, tell you what. Shall we all prepare ourselves for some reading? Oh, I see the picture of the key from Coraline. Nice, Sparkle. Slasher, Sparkle, and Agent, as you call yourself on both platforms. Either way. Right here. So, shall we all prepare ourselves? Because I have the story right here. Slasher's story. Oh, and I have Slasher's blessing. Excellent. Thank you. So let's do a live reading of this story, the villainy JTV, When the Rose Wilts, as she calls it. Let's give it a gander then. So, the world felt cold. Dark clouds loomed in. A feeling of dread filled the air. But Beloved couldn't understand why this feeling was so present. They arrived back at the unusually quiet manor. The main entrance felt empty, like no one was in. "Hello?" they called out. "Anyone here? Aurelius? Anyone? I'm back!" Their voice just echoed off the walls. Huh? That's odd. They squinted suspiciously, looking around the entrance. No signs of life could be seen or heard. Each step through the halls only echoed. The sounds of a rainstorm formed outside, filling the absent noise. "Hello?" they cried out. "Seriously, guys, this isn't funny." Of course, writing they, because you are all my listeners, so this is essentially a fill-in spot for you, lovely folks. So, man or woman, he or she, either way, it's you. You're the listener, so hence they. Anyway, continuing. Something caught their eye. A new painting. A painting of one of the servants screaming as they were bound and tied with rose thorns. Well, that's definitely not creepy. They shuddered looking at it. When did we get this? It looks fresh. I'll get Aurelius to get rid of it. Run! What? They looked around, but couldn't find anyone. Must have been the wind. They continued to move down the halls, finding themselves in the dining room, expecting a fully set-up dinner, only to find the dining room to be in an absolute state of disarray. The chairs were scattered around the room, the table broken in the middle, smashed up plates, fork knives and spoons lodged into the floor. The carpet was ripped to show the wooden flooring underneath, and even the fireplace was still smouldering. The only thing new in the room was a new painting of some of the servants crying, as rose thorns enveloped them into a constricting hug. Another one. They started to sweat with worry. Very funny, guys. Seriously, this isn't funny. Leaving the dining room, they couldn't help but feel the dread become more prominent. The thunderstorm outside didn't help. Every flash of lightning, the sound of heavy rain, the tense atmosphere, everything felt terrifying. Uncanny, even. Over we go to the next part. Danger hugs, everyone. Danger hugs. We're all hugging together, I'm sure, on the edge of our seats. The next room they arrived into was the living room, although it didn't look so living. The sofas were torn apart, the tables were crushed, the rug was ripped to shreds, the large television was smashed, the windows were cracked, and even the doors were off their hinges. But yet again, there was a new painting depicting some of the servants begging for mercy. "Okay, what's going on here?" they screamed out loud. "What do you all want? Stop messing with me! Please, run!" There it was again, the voices. They only ignored it. Also, hello, Grey, hello, just doing a bit of a live reading of Slash's fantastic fan story called When the Rose Wilts. So yes, you definitely have to read up on this. I'm just doing a reading of that. But anyway, I'll resume. "That's it, I'm staying at Dub's," they proclaimed, storming off before stopping by the ballroom. The ballroom looked untouched, although one thing stood out. A bouquet of wilting roses stood in a broken vase in the middle of the untouched ballroom. "Okay, what's this now?" they cried out. "What sick joke is this?" The rose shuddered. They started to growl. What?" They gulped. The roses grew bigger. The petals bloomed into a darker red. Then one of the roses opened to reveal a bloodshot, beastly eye. Others opened to show off its mangled, sharp teeth. The thorns curled and moved like spiders' legs. "Oh my God!" they shuddered as they slowly backed away. "Run!" Without hesitation, they ran. The rose beast screeched with a horrific high pitch. Its screams rang through the halls. The beast clawed and chewed its way against the walls and floor to catch up with its dinner. "Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!" they screamed, trying to save their breath, arriving back at the entrance only to find it blocked up with rose thorns. "Please, run!" A servant crawled across the floor, wounded from being caught by some rose thorns. "Oh, no," they watched them. "Please, he's gone mad," the servant begged. "Run before he—" From the darkness, rose thorns bound the servant, dragging them back into the darkness. Their screams were cut short. Oh, here's the third or fourth part. Going to read for As the Rose Wilts. Oh, you still yet to listen to this new audio, have you, Grey? I'm not sure where it came from, personally. As we all know, I'm a good boy, and, well, man, but you get my point. I'm still a bit of a goody-goody two-shoes. And yet, for there to be some sort of hunter version of me being naughty and evil, it's unfound. It's crazy, to be perfectly honest. But it seems like people have taken a liking to this evil kind of fellow. Still, would love to hear what you think of it once you're able to give it a gander, of course. Anyway, let me... Oh, where'd that yawn come from? Pardon me. Let's resume reading. Thank you, Jelly, calling me the goodest puppy. Wait, puppy? No. I'm not a puppy. I thought I've made that especially clear, that I'm not a puppy. And there's no need to use that puppy emoji, blue bats, because I'm definitely not a puppy. But anyway, oh no, don't mention the yawns. It's too early to be tired. Ooh, pardon me. A bit more Vimto, then let's resume the reading. This is what happens when I'm not reading exciting stories. I fall a bit sleepy. But Slash's story will definitely wake me up. It's that good. Here we go. A seductive voice rang through the darkness. Now, let's not spoil the surprise. Out from the darkness stepped Aurelius. He was dressed in a devilishly stylish suit, yet his smile was crooked, his pose was menacing, his eyes stricken with madness. "Well, hello, beloved," he greeted with an uncanny smile. "I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. I was just redecorating." "What did you do?" they whispered in shock. "Redecorate!" Aurelius' chuckle wasn't comforting. The servants were definitely a big help in my vision. The rose thorns emerged from the darkness to reveal the servant's horrifying portrait being hung over the door. Holy God! They walked away from Aurelius. You turned them. Well, I had to. They weren't doing anything for you. Aurelius took a few steps towards his beloved. Only I was truly devoted to you. They saw you as a paycheck. I saw you as a pure vessel of beauty. An angel. "Get away from me," they cried. "Stay away from me!" Oh, beloved. Aurelius waved his hand. The rose beast emerged, clawing its way through towards them. "I'm only doing this to preserve your beauty." No, please," they begged Aurelius. "Aurelius, please, let me go." "Sorry, beloved." Aurelius laughed manically. "I hope you enjoyed your eternal portrait. Aurelius! Ah! So I'm not going to do an actual scream. The beloved screamed as they awoke in their bed. Beloved? Aurelius opened the door. I heard you scream and get away from me! They screamed as they threw the nearby candelabra at him, only to strike the wall close to his head. Whoa, 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 beloved! Aurelius became frazzled. What has gotten into you? You... They rambled in a panic. Oh, beloved. Aurelius approached them, holding them close in his loving arms. Shh, it's all right. I'm here, my dear. You're not a monster. They kept repeating that line. Beloved, it's all right. It was just a nightmare. Aurelius reassured them. Beloved only looked up at their nearby dresser, only to find a bouquet of wilting roses awaiting them. For a moment, they shuddered. But after all, it was just a nightmare. Right? That's a banger of a story right there. That was When the Rose Wilts by Slasher here, by Slasher. Wasn't that a fantastic story? Lots of fun to read that, wasn't it, folks? I see some of you still making little puppy jokes and references about me. You can't see me, but I'm pouting at you like a pupper. I mean, not like a pupper. No, not like a pupper, because that's not me. No, I'm pouting like an esteemed gentleman. Yes, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. But anyway, it was a fantastic story, wasn't it, everyone? Well worth a round of applause. And it looks like Slash is working on part 2. Very nice, very nice. I see that there's still fans of my usual self alongside this evil variant. Thank you. Glad to know that. And I see Jelly certainly enjoyed my attempt at an evil laugh. That's also good to hear, of course. Yes, this huntsman version of me. Strange. It's strange. Could it be like an alternate dimension? Does anyone here believe in parallel dimensions, or maybe alternate dimensions? That could very well be the case. You never know. There's much to the universe and beyond that we don't truly understand, after all. But it could be that. It could very well be something of the sort like that. Again, who knows? It seems that a lot of people have taken a liking to this evil variant, which is very flattering. It's very flattering to hear and see as well. No, Jelly, calling me a puppy again. You love teasing me, don't you? You all love teasing me. I should probably stop pouting and making puppy noises when I pout. It's a bad habit. I blame all of you for making me want to do that. Oh, Gray. And I love you in every dimension. Same with all of you. I love all of you. And I wish I could cuddle you all in a big blanket that could hold 20 people. No, 30 people. Just to be sure. Extra blanket space, of course. But still. Oh, hugging me. Even if you are calling me a puppy, I would still allow it if it means I get hugs. Thank you all. You're all so lovely, you know that? You really are so lovely, all of you. bless you, Nova. I'd be giving all of you the biggest of hugs possible. All the hugs. What do you mean, me barking? I'm not going woof woof. I'm just going, which is different. And it's totally not something that a puppy would do because, just because. No, I can tell you're clearly too good at teasing and making me blush and jelly. Bless you. You think of me as a beagle, Bluebats? I mean, is it the ears? Is it the floppy ears that probably gives that inspiration? Or the cuddliness? Giving me treats and giving me head pats? I'm not a puppy. You're making me sound like I'm some sort of house pet. No. Oh. Ooh, getting Tomodachi life, are you, Grey? Got any ideas for characters you're going to implement into that? Might be fun. Might be fun. Ah, evil versions of the other crew from JTV ASMR Slasher. Interesting. Most interesting. Very curious. Ah, both, says Bluebats, plus the fluffy hair. Well, I like to think that my hair's the right balance between fluffy and also smooth, sleek. Still not beating the allegations, am I, Slasher? Still being compared to a puppy. It's an uphill battle, but it's a battle I'll keep fighting. What do you mean, the allegations that I'm a puppy or reality jelly? Cheeky. Very bored person asking, alternative Pom be evil or a goody two-shoes? Oh, you mean that little gremlin-like fellow, that Pom de terre that I've heard so much about, and been the butt of his jokes and pranks one too many times. With him, I don't know, he seems to be quite the chaotic type, so if he's chaotically mischievous, I suppose the opposite of that would be, I suppose, orderly and good. Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. That could be it. That could be it. A battle I'll lose, calling me a silly dog, are you, Nova? We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Dub's going to commit a crime in this news story, eh, Slasher? Interesting. I'll have to bring it up to him and see if he's interested. I'm sure he will be. I know he gets a bit bashful when people show him praise and whatnot, but to have a story based on him, I bet he would like it. Even if it's secretly. Comedic twist, eh, Slasher? Keep us updated. Keep us updated. You know, I can totally see why people would consider Dub adorable. I think he's a bit of a cute fellow in his own way, bless his soul. If he had a bit more self-confidence, I think that he could really go leaps and bounds in life. But his heart's in the right place. That's essentially what matters. That's what is most important of all. Dub's a certified cutie patootie, says Slasher. Oh, if he heard that, he'd be blushing like a tomato, for sure. Ah, making your own little stories as well, Natural. Keep us updated. Keep us all updated. You know what, I don't blame you, very bored person. If you were willing to do whatever it took to ensure Dub gets a lighter sentence. I mean, I personally think that surely he's not the kind of gentleman to get himself in trouble in the first place, right? I mean, right? I don't know. Yes, I absolutely think... I absolutely think Dub would indeed blush if anyone called him cute. If you called it to his face, he'd be like... He'd be cutting eye contact and just kind of... You know, just fidgeting around a little bit. He'd be put on the spot there. But he'd absolutely be very, very flattered by it. I think I've spoken to him enough to kind of pick up on that, these little quirks about the fellow. Again, lovely fellow. Ah, interesting, interesting. Talking about Tiberius. Who's Tiberius? And as a siren. Interesting. It's you know, it's funny because I've heard talks about Tiberius being the name of a merman, which I've mentioned before in previous streams, like the existence of mermen. I've still not personally seen one up close in person and conversed with one, but I'm hopeful maybe that could be happening sometime, if they exist, of course. But still, you never know. You never know if it's all a big fluke. Oh, hello to you, Manchiq. Welcome. We're just having a bit of a chit-chat stream. We're just enjoying some various sort of talky talks with one another, enjoying everyone's company and whatnot. Oh, Natural, I saw the message that you put in the server. Out of the title choices for your evil... it's strange for me reading it out loud, but evil Aurelius fanfic. I like the sound of Night Watch. It sounds like it almost sounds like a novel, like a novella sort of name. It has a nice mysterious ring to it. But that's just me, of course. Oh, pardon me. Evil pomme de terre would be like an evil flowery in Undertale, not evil at all, just a bit sassy or grumpy and kind of skittish. Interesting, interesting. Hello to you, Manchiq. I hope all is well in your end, all is well. Huh. One wish, what would you use it for, says Slasher. That's a tough question. Do I dare do something bold and powerful and crazy, or do I do something small but convenient? I'd wish that I'd be able to keep on supporting and showing love and care and reassurance to all you lovely folks for as long as I can possibly do so. But then again, I'm already doing that, aren't I? What else could I possibly do? I suppose I could wish for a never emptying bottle of Vimto, sugar-free. I can just pour it into my mug, and when I turn my back, then it fills up again. Now that would be fun to have. Every time you get a drink, you get 100 quid, Slasher. That's a cheating. That's cheating. You'll end up tanking the economy. And then again, every drink means £100. That's still quite a big amount of cash. Ah, Nova wishing for infinite hugs whenever you want. I'd give you all the hugs. I'd be the little genie that would pop out of the bottle to give you hugs if I could. A never-ending plate of crepes. Hey, not bad. Not bad, especially if you're not living in France. Delicious breakfast. Too many for you, Jelly. Bless you. I mean, let's pluck out one. Tell you what. If you could wish for, if you had one wish, but this wish is, it's something that's very minor, just like a minute sort of thing. Like it's powerful in its own way, but in a small, contained way. So you can't wish for the world to explode or something silly like that. But you can wish for a never-emptying bottle of Vimto. So you can save money that way. Or in very bored person's case, a never-ending plate of crepes or something. It's such a small wish, but something that's quite silly and something you'd benefit from. Me? More selfish, TsunamiJuria? That would go against my coding. I myself, I try to be loving and selfless and supportive. That's just part of who I am, really. And I want to keep doing that. I want to keep being exactly that. Natural saying, I wish I could be lucky enough to just avoid disaster. Like, say, a car was coming towards and you'd scoot out of the way. Now that would be a good one. That would be a good one, just to be able to skirt away from the, anything bad, just in the nick of time, each and every time. The most comfortable bed in the world, says Nova. Then again, you might end up oversleeping every day in it, but at least you'll be getting the most fantastic rests possible. Good to know, Mancheek. Good to know that you're well. What else do we have? Slash's ability to have telepathy just so she can drive people insane by talking about your interests to them. I mean, we already have that power. It's called Discord. It's called Discord voice chats. Not to be scared to drive? Fair enough, Jelly. It's a bit of a frightening thought, to be perfectly honest. Glasses that never get lost, says very bored person. Telepathy? For, yes, Slashes with telepathy. Blue Bats, free rides to anywhere, so don't have to keep paying for a ride. Good way to save cash. Move things at will. Could be handy, especially if you're just walking around the house going, oh, I'm really on this so comfortable sofa, but I can't get that remote control from across the room without standing up. Oh yes, I have telekinesis. Do it. Handy. Yes, I think all of us would probably go a bit bonkers if there was a voice in the head explaining Kirby lore, Slasher, that's for sure. It'd be a fun little tease, a good little punishment for people that you don't like, at least. Unless they're Kirby fans. Okie dokie then, Nova. Thank you for rolling on by. Stay safe now. Much love. Mwah. Oh, bless you, Jelly. I mean, with driving, it is one of those sorts of it is a very frightening sort of kind of ordeal. Basically, it's a very frightening ordeal. So I don't blame you one bit for not getting that permit yet. You know, never say never, naturally, but still, point remains. Point remains. Dream walk, travel to other dimensions, maybe peer into other people's dreams. That's an exciting idea. Would be interesting to see what else people might be dreaming and coming up with in their minds and whatnot. Ah, Kirby. Yes, I actually have seen the show. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby. That's the name you should know. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby. He's the star of the show. Fun show. It's a fun show. Oh, I see. I see we've got a new person tuning in. Wish I was paying more attention to the Twitch side of things. Hello to you, Ocean25. From where do you hail, I wonder? Where do you hail? I see that you do a bit of model work. For who exactly? Please do tell. And a big hug back to you as well. Right now we're just having a bit of a pitter-patter chit-chat and whatnot with each other. Just letting the conversation flow where it may, really. And it seems that the conversation's now kind of flowing into superpowers and things like that. For example, Slasher saying shape-shifting, grey, remember any dream, teleportation for blue bats. Here's an idea. Alright, you get to have a superpower, but it's such a minor superpower that it's such like a minor sort of convenience to have. Slash is saying, I want to have shape-shifting so I can live my dream of being a forest cryptid. I mean, goals, life goals right there. I see, Ocean. Lurking YouTube for a while, but you like to support everywhere. Well, thank you ever so much for your support. Especially on the Twitch side of things, because no one really seems to bother checking out the Twitch side of things. You know, aside from one or two occasional people here and there. But it's good to know that people are still showing some interest. Thank you ever so much. A big kiss for you. Mwah. Very bored person wants the power to lucid dream. Natural says alteration. Okay. Right. Never lose at any card game. Alter the probability that the fam and you will win the lottery. Okay. Right. As I say, you get a superpower, but it's a minor ability. It's a minor sort of improvement to things. Magnetism, money comes to you, but also other things. Never have sleep paralysis. I mean, that's one way of looking at it. How about this, right? How about this? For example, I can, let's say, I've got a superpower, and I can flip pancakes from afar. I can control pancakes. That's my superpower. I can control pancakes. That I can grab it, then bloop, just flip it over from afar. I just have to concentrate. And if I want, I could have the pancake fly into the air. Maybe bop someone on the head for giggles. Now that's a superpower that is so oddly specific that it's barely a convenience. Art comes to life on the page when it's finished, says very bored person. It'd be fun to do that. Like, imagine having that power, but it only happens for about 10 seconds, then it goes back to normal. So you better be ready to see what happens before it resets. Natural says, want to have the ability to give people a song that gets stuck in their heads. That's villainous. Okay. Now we just need to figure out what kind of song you want to get stuck in people's heads just to tease them. Like, for example, Wehrmacht's punk, that punk band that I read the lyrics of, the song E. Have that stuck in someone's head, even though the lyrics is just E, and it's 1 second long. Oh, bless you, Ocean. Your support is sincerely appreciated. Wherever you are, of course, wherever you are. And again, I just hope that you're enjoying this quirky conversation we're all having today. Interesting choice to have a song that gets stuck in people's heads. This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Jellybean in agreement with me, suggesting that Wehrmacht song called E. Have that stuck in someone's head, and they go, oh, I need to listen to this song now. E. There we go. I feel glad that's out of my system. Annoying children's songs. Oh, blimey. Here's an annoying one. Lanterns burning, performed on a recorder badly. That gets stuck in someone's head, and they have to specifically hear someone play it on a recorder, otherwise they'll go bonkers mad. That would be brutal, because Lanterns burning sounds terrible on recorders as it is anyway. The power to dumb things down, says Slasher. In what way? To make things like people dumb, or to simplify things like baking, for example. Oh, let's make a pizza, and all you do, you pour flour into a bowl, you pour tomato paste, you drop cheese into a bowl, bit of butter, then poof, it's a pizza now. Just need to throw it in the oven. Something like that, perhaps. A power to get a job that you like and are comfortable with, Grey. Well, don't blame you there, my lad. Don't blame you there one bit. These days there's plenty of jobs that are not particularly fun. Let's put it that way. Not particularly fun to get your hands down and dirty with. Slasher says, dumb down noise, dumb down problems, dumb down people, just dumb things. Oh, Ocean chiming in saying, my superpower would be able to mod for 10 people on Twitch at the same time and staying sane. I said that we should have powers that are small, minor inconveniences, not superpowers like this one you've just said. Jokes aside, though, jokes aside, I honestly won't blame you for wanting something just to make that little bit easier. I bet that must be an absolute juggling act. Ah, you're already doing that. Looks like you've already got that superpower sorted then. Batman, eat your heart out. Okie dokie then, Jelly. Hope you have a wonderful lunch. Stay safe now. Big kiss. Mwah. Locating lost items. Always helpful, Arctic. That would be a handy superpower to have. Where's my keys? Oh, yes. Activating lost item vision. There it is. Perfect. Oh, we have a new viewer. What's up to you too, dude? Hello to you, Stefan TV1. Welcome. I hope you have a wonderful time in this relaxing, calm little live stream that we've got here. My name is Aurelius, and if you need anything at all, just please let me know. I am all of your butlers, after all. Thank you for rolling on by, Colin. I hope your shift goes smoothly. Big hug to you. Dumb superpower for TsunamiJuria says, turn things on and off. For evil things. Now that could be diabolical. If you're in a room with someone, they had an argument with you, and then you just decide, oh, the PC turned off, oh, the game console turned off, oh, the lights have turned off, and throw them off that way. The Slasher's got a very important one here. The ability to play anything with no ads. No advertisements getting in the way. Now that's a power I wish I could have. Ocean, you're already a mod for 44 on Twitch. I'm guessing you mean 44 people and not a streamer who happens to be called 44. And that is the one joke about their name. You're actually modding for 44 people on Twitch. I mean, well done. I don't know how anyone could be able to juggle that many books in one go, but well done. That's totally fine, Stefan. If you're not in need of a butler's services, totally fine, of course. But I'm totally happy with adding one more person to my repertoire of friends. The ability to control Wi-Fi. Become a portable Wi-Fi modem might be interesting, Slasher. But if someone tries to do something annoying, maybe you could just like turn off the Wi-Fi and say, right, it's going off, I've blocked it, and it's not coming back until you apologize, or something. Very bored person with another small superpower. The ability to make a small personal rain cloud for when it's too hot or dry. Handy dandy. That, and you could also use it for mischief if need be, or just watering the garden. I see, Ocean. Plenty of time on your hands, so like to be productive somehow, some way. As long as it's rewarding in its own right, then I think that is still important. Bless you, Grey. Maybe Grey just needs a little cloud over his head just to keep him calm and cool that way. A fun question, eh, Stefan TV1? Please do tell, I'm curious. Another dumb but useful ability, says Slasher. The ability to teleport, but only to locations you've been to. Now that would encourage people to explore more. That would encourage people to explore more in order to kind of appear in more sorts of places. Welcome back, Natural. Welcome back. And, I see, Ocean, you like to do these things for free and lots of modding on Twitch. Oh, bless your heart. As long as you're enjoying it, that's what matters. Stefan has an interesting question here. Who would say is a better butler? You, me, or other butlers in media? Too many good ones to name. Well, personally, I quite like Alfred from Batman. You know, the Batman sort of DC universe and whatnot. Who doesn't love Alfred? Not only is he Bruce's father, but also mentor, supporter for all of the crime-fighting aspects for Batman. He's essentially the best possible butler you could ask for, so Alfred any day of the week. And also he's always so fun in the 1960s Batman, you know, the cheesy Adam West and Burt Reynolds. Not Burt Reynolds, no, it was, oh, I forgot his name. But the Adam West 60s Batman, basically. Burt Ward, that's it, Burt Ward, silly me. But anyway, especially fun in those two. Exactly. Alfred is the OG, as they say. Oh, thank you, Slasher, for calling me best. And yes, I do like to give kisses and also heap up. But I'm not a pupper. You all like to tease me calling me a pupper. I'm not a pupper. I'm not a puppy in any way. Definitely not. I mean, just because I have these little floppy ears and this doggo tail doesn't mean that I'm anything like a puppy. Oh. That's me disagreeing with you. That's the noise I make when I disagree. I go, oh. Like Mr. Deeds from the SCP files. I've not looked into anything regarding SCP, so I'm a bit, you know, kind of flying over the head there. But hey, Butler representation. Well, of course, yes, Sebastian from Black Butler. How could anyone pass upon him? As he likes to say, that he is simply one hell of a butler. And I'd like to think the same of myself, too. Oh, not able to have a real job, Ocean? Bless you. Well, I just hope that whatever happens down the line in the future, that you'll be able to find something that helps keep things going, you know, to help keep you going, keep you afloat, and all that stuff. And no, now we've got another person calling me a cute puppy. No. Is a noise that a puppy would make, but that's not me saying it. No, that's me doing it as an example. Yes, it's me doing it as an example, not because I'm a puppy, because I'm not. No, definitely not. Anyway, trying to remember other Butler characters. Natural. Oh, Lurch. Who's Lurch? And what is Lurch from? Please educate me, Natural. Please do. Oh, from the Addams family. Right. Well, good to know. Modding is satisfying. Ocean. Oh, too many people calling me a puppy. I'm outnumbered here. Oh well. As I say, it's an uphill battle, but it's one I'll still keep fighting. From the Addams family. Thank you for the clarification. Dragonstar and Natural. Slash is saying, new question, if y'all could play a game for the first time again, what would it be? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Interesting choice. I've not really played many Zelda games personally. Me? Well, I do play games at my time, outside of doing Butler work, naturally. I played quite a few here and there. I just seem to enjoy soaking up different aspects of, of popular culture, just to get a kind of understanding of it. I mean, back where I was from, we didn't have video games. Such a thing was an alien concept. No one truly understood such a concept, and it wasn't important in any way, you see. Nevertheless... Okie dokie then, Stefan on TV1. I hope your stream goes swimmingly, and I hope you stay safe. Thank you so much for rolling on by. Big hug. Oh, back to the questions about the Butlers. Bertram Winkle from Jessie on Disney, and yes, Jeffrey from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Always sharp as attack and snarky as ever. Always funny. Oh, welcome back, Nova. Welcome back. Mr. Grady from The Shining. Oh, another interesting choice. Who else do we have here? Oh, well, actually, I still got to answer Slash's question about games to kind of re-experience. Well, some time ago, I played a game called Time Splitters Future Perfect. This was one that was strongly recommended to me by that Dub fellow. He almost kind of rambled on about it for a good a good 5 minutes or so, talking about it all. And I admit, I was curious. I was very curious. So I checked it out and I played through it, and I was really blown away. What an absolutely wacky, over-the-top, nutty game. But such a fun one, too. It's very fun. going around like shooting bad guys, playing as robots and zombies and monkeys. Yes, you can play as a monkey and use machine guns and laser guns and rocket launchers and throw bricks. So part of me just really wants to just re-experience all of that again. So there's my answer there, Slasher. So that's a conversation we're talking about, Nova, about games. Games that you would like to revisit if you could do that. A previous conversation talking about the best Butler characters. Oh, TsunamiJuria says, I can be nostalgic and pick Detective Barbie from 1998. The first game that her dad bought and played with her. Oh, wholesome. That is wholesome. Well, true, very bored person, that even if you play something for the first time, you don't have those little tricks in your head and stored in the noggin. But even then, that's the point of kind of re-experiencing all over again. You get to re-experience all those tricks and the save game in real time. It's fun that way. Or at least, I presume it would be. Yes. Slasher says, I have a nostalgic memory playing Lego Batman 2 with my older brother, and that is one that is still the best Batman games. Fight me. Well, I'm not going to fight you, because, I've heard about some good Batman games, and I've heard about some very bad ones. I believe Batman Forever was was it Batman Forever? I think that one was a pretty rubbish one, which it functions more like a a Mortal Kombat ripoff, basically, and it controls badly too. Not fun in the slightest. Games to revisit: any old Wii games, all the classics and niche ones. Yes, yes. There was the WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii. I would love to re-experience that. That is such a wacky game. Great for exercise too. Having to do all these micro games in 5 and 10 second intervals thrown together back to back. Ah, sweet and sour chicken noodles, eh, Natural? Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. Lots of Just Dance games, Sonic games, and Cooking Mama games, says Bluebat. So would those be ones that you'd like to kind of re-experience all over again? Ah, yummy, Vimto, tasty. You know those old Lego games, those old Lego games do seem like really fun. They sound like a lot of fun. Especially in co-op mode. I think, you know, especially designed for exactly that, for co-op with someone else, and that would double or triple the fun that way, I suppose. Hello, Starglow. Hello, welcome. We're currently talking about games that we'd like to revisit for the like play it all again from the first time, sort of things. Natural bringing up the Mario games and also the Rayman games and Simpsons Road Rage. Oh, have I heard of the Doorman from Deadlock? I've seen snippets of him, yes. I've not played Deadlock, but I've seen the doorman, and I like his design. Seems like an interesting sort of concept of a character. But otherwise, I've never given it a try, personally. Replaying old games on your phone. Very bored person. Any titles come to mind, maybe? Oh, Super Mario World. Good choice there, Nova. Good choice. Oh, of course, Super Smash Brothers. Yes, yes, Super Smash Brothers would be a fantastic pick. I mean, there's a lot of the entries are fantastic for sure. Skylanders. The music makes you cry? Is it that that moving? Is it for you, Slasher? Bless you. Well, clearly, if it's that good. Pac-Man was fun. I mean, true. Not sure if it'd be the one to kind of re-experience all over again, personally. Gotta listen to the main theme of Skylanders, eh? Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Mario Kart 8, is that something you'd like to re-experience all over again, Starglow? Fantastic title. The deluxe edition being the go-to option, naturally. You love the doorman's personality design, concept, and voice acting, Gray? He does seem like an interesting chap, and I can see why people would flock to him and fawn over him, to put it nicely. Cat game that you have to unlock characters with hearts, and the story is linear with the illusion of choice. I think it's a perfect life or perfect cat. I don't remember. I don't remember personally. I think I must have seen it around, floating around on the internet being brought up. Blue Bats mentioning SpongeBob SquarePants, creatures from the Krusty Krab. Oh, interesting. The old Sonic games for Nova. Mini-clip games like Pharaoh's Tomb or Small Fry, Fireboy and Water Girl. I've not played those myself. Club Penguin, does that count? Does that technically count? Because it's not like a game in the traditional sense, but I don't know. Animal Crossing Wild World to revisit all over again. I've never played an Animal Crossing game, personally. Oh, Ocean bringing up Fran Bao. Oh. Bless you, Ocean. Preferring that there's someone around for you to do some mod work for. I mean, surely there's other things you like to end up doing in your spare time when you're not modding? I mean, any other things you like to watch or anything? I mean, I'm just curious, of course, I'm just curious. Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. Ooh, that's something on my to-play list. Like, for the first time to play, I've got to do that. Oh, Natural agreeing with Fran Bao, saying the graphics are beautiful. Papa's Pizzeria and the other Papa's games. Wait, that's an actual thing? Is it based on the... No, please don't tell me it's based on the Papa John's, sort of pizza stuff. I could be completely wrong. I could be getting everything completely wrong with that, but I just want to ask in any case, just in case. I wonder what other questions might pop into mind for just for the sake of random conversations, really. I think it's quite fun, just letting the conversations flow and flutter in whichever directions we want. Tell you what, folks, tell you what. I had a few ideas for for future streams, essentially. I wanted to perhaps share them with you. Oh, do some diamond painting after a bit of pasta. Ooh. Interesting idea though, Sian. Sounds like a fun little activity to do on the side. I hope it goes well if you end up doing so. Oh, Slash is suggesting another question. Favorite place to go for comfort, location-wise? Oh, I guess everyone has to brainstorm that. Comfort places to visit or to go to. Sound off if you got ideas while I quickly suggest ideas for oh, what is it I was going to suggest? It was to do with... Oh yes, stream ideas. I was wondering if anyone might want me to have a crack at... I still need to experiment with a bit with OBS here. Maybe I could make it happen. But basically I thought of an idea of maybe having clips of bad voice acting in video games. And if I play that on stream as a little floating video, maybe, that might end up working, and we might have a good old jolly time having a laugh at all these like rubbish voice acting snippets and have a good old chuckle and giggle. Nova likes the sound of that, and Slasher seems to enjoy the sound of that too. Nice, nice. Oh, bless you, Nosian. Not wanting to go outside for too long, being too risky for you. Bless. As long as you're nice and comfy indoors, at least. As long as you're keeping safe there. But cuddling your cat Cinnamon, always comforting. Oh, that's an adorable name for a kitty cat, Cinnamon. Oh, I better quickly look at the other answers. Nova saying the library. Grey saying bed. I mean, good answer, Grey. Still completely relatable answer. The sea and the ocean says Nova. What else? Out in the neighborhood says very bored person. Lake in the woods. A little wood cabin, fire pit, and a dock to fish says natural. Sounds like a fun little getaway from everything. But I like bodies of water. Bodies of water, a day or night. Those are always nice to be near. I love the sound of just water just kind of passing by and fluorescent lighting in cities and towns shining on lakes, illuminating it like a great big withering canvas. I love those myself, personally. But then again, sometimes there's just something so wonderful and snuggly just to be able to kind of lay in your bed with a book late at night and just flick through a few chapters before it's time to clonk off. I'll take that risk, Ocean, calling your Bengal crossed Oriental cat cute. I'll accept the judgment any day of the week, as long as I can get away with it. Cabin in the mountains once again from Arctic Fox. Did I say hello yet, Arctic Fox? If I haven't, hello. Glad to know I've got a goated answer, as you say, Grey. On a ship? Says Natural. You'd be okay on a ship? Like a, would you say like a big cruise liner or like a smaller sort of boat? River in a forest, says Nova. Ah. That would be a fun combo. Very fun combo. Okay, you know what? This might sound a bit, ooh, beach at night with a nice breeze. Good choice, Blue Bats. That would be so comforting. Myself, personally, I'll throw in another one. This might be a bit of a weird one. I'm going to say hotel rooms. Not just like any old random hotel rooms, but a genuinely good quality, comforting hotel room. You know, the ones that you can return to and you can go, ah, relaxing. You feel like you can finally just fall onto the bed and loaf around, go for a hot shower, nibble on some treats, anything of the sort. A wonderful, comforting hotel room would be a lovely place to be. That would definitely be one of my picks. Oh, traditional sail ships, natural. Interesting. Hey, if it's a fun time for you, then why not? Ah, you agree with me, Nova. Thank you. I'm glad to hear. Yes, a good quality hotel room. When it's all to yourself, you can just enjoy the peace and quiet. And comfort, yes. On a train? I wouldn't have expected on a train, natural, but to be perfectly honest, I mean, that's definitely it's a good thing to actually have, just be able to feel comforted on public transport. Because everyone else is always, like, stressed out and being like, ooh, I don't want to be here. But if you're actually feeling safe on it and relaxed, then bonus points. And Grey saying, making a BL romance novel. It's not my kind of thing, but hey, if you're creating a concept, then I'd say go for it. Go full cylinders all out, and I hope it comes into fruition. Comforting places for Slasher says. Old ruins or old manors? Especially when the room's on the 13th floor, eh? Arctic Fox? Is it just like a unlucky number is a lucky kind of number, turning a negative into a positive, essentially? Well, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense, natural. At least with trains, they're not quite as irritating as buses, for sure. And plus, trains just keep, they just keep shooting on down. No need to worry about traffic or silly nitwit children giggling because they wrote a silly rude word on the condensation next to you or whatever. You once went to an old hotel, Slash, and felt like you're going to be visited by Dracula. Well, remember, vampires won't come for you unless you invite them in first. So, even if Dracula did appear outside your window, he'd probably be floating there going, come on, please let me in. I just want a little bit of blood. You can go, shut up. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, let me sleep. Welcome back, Jelly. Welcome back. We're currently talking about places that we find comforting. Cruise ship hotels, nice places to relax. I agree, there's Starglow, yes, I think those are quite lovely places. I would love to go on a cruise. That would be so fun. The 13th floor is a lot quieter than the other floors, says Arctic. Is it because of the superstitious people trying to avoid going on the 13th floor? Either way, if it's relaxing and quiet here, then no qualms there. I'm going to agree with you here, Slasher. If you didn't meet a vampire, I think the vampire would be probably running scared of you. You're quite the wild card. You're quite the wild child. But of course, I mean it in a loving, endearing way. A vampire, and you'd rather have vampire in your room, natural, than a load of foxes screaming and fighting outside a window at 2:30 in the morning. You make it sound like it's a recurring instance. It's a genuine recurring instance, isn't it? Oh, crikey. TsunamiJuria saying, my comfort zone would be heavy blanket with a fan on. Feels like a hug and sleeping on a cloud. I've never combined the two before. I've never done that. I need to try it out. Sounds good, though. It sounds comfy. You like vampires, blue bats? Any favorite vampires come to mind? Curious. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to suggest more stream ideas. Oh no, is that the case? Is that the case, Jelly? There's no 13th floor in American hotels. As you do. As you do. I genuinely did not know that. You learn something new every day, right, folks? I should probably just chuck a few frozen bits of chicken and eggs out your window. Natural, maybe that might shut up those fighting foxes. I like this concept, Grey. That's actually quite a fun concept. Maybe lean into the awkward comedic side of things. That might be quite a lot of fun to pull off. I'd say go for it. Go for it. If they have more than 13 levels, they skip the number 13 and go straight to 14. Is that true, Jelly? Is that genuinely true? Maybe they just put all the staff to kind of congregate in the 13th level, thinking, oh, well, if something happens to the staff, something unlucky, then no one cares, but got to keep the customers safe from the 13th floor. Oh, yes, I'm supposed to suggest more ideas for streams, future stream ideas. I did have ideas of thinking, like, looking at videos and reacting to them, but then again, don't want to fall into that trap of, you know, reaction video kind of YouTuber types. They become a bit by the numbers when that happens, and, you know, I don't want to fall into those sorts of predictable traps. I say that, but at the same time, I'm also kind of like teetering on the edge about wanting to live stream games, but at the same time, if I live stream a game, like what if someone looks at it and goes, oh, well, this is terrible, let's stop watching Aurelius stream because his taste in games are rubbish and poo, and I don't like it. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking things, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm not saying that I won't live stream a game, but I can't guarantee it, in short. Yeah, we don't want reaction videos. And besides, if I'm going to do reacting to something, I want to have all of you involved. That's why I might do the reacting to bad video game voice acting sort of snippets. I think I might be able to pull that off. But we'll see, we'll see. I mean, yes, well, that could happen, Nova. That could happen if I end up streaming. And I suppose, yes, it's good to have regular viewers, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm genuinely very grateful to have all of you lovely folks. So maybe I might consider it. Yes, maybe I am just overthinking things. Very bored person. I should just try to do things more on a whim, things that sound fun to me, and also fun to all of you, without really putting, like, an insane amount of thought into it. As long as everyone's having a good old time, then that's really all that matters in the end. So I suppose just something for myself to keep in mind. But at the same time, though, if I ever do streaming, I want to make sure, and I should make sure, that the screen is minimized. I say this because I don't want to be missing out on everyone's conversations. That would be terrible. I want to make sure everyone's able to say their piece in chat, and I'll be able to kind of look and go, oh, yes, I can respond. That's also very important indeed, yes. Play Firewatch, not played Firewatch. I don't have an Animal Crossing game, but if I could figure out how to stream from the Switch. Starbound could happen. Or Stardew Valley too. I have thought about playing, I think I mentioned it before, I have thought about playing, what was it called? 2 Point Hospital. I have thought about playing 2 Point Hospital. It's a hospital simulation game, but it's very quirky, very like silly British sort of surrealist sense of humor when it comes to basically trying to cure patients and whatnot. So I might end up doing that, make myself a little bit of a hospital and cure all these wacky, goofy patients and their illnesses and make lots of money and then design the hospital even further. I might give that a whirl someday. I'd say worth looking into, perhaps. Might be quite a fun little thing if I just keep the volume down and we can all just enjoy a bit of wackiness happening. What remains of Edith Finch? I'll have to look into that. Surgeon Simulator. I don't know if I'd scare people off with too much of the blood and, you know... I get it's like a deliberately comedic sort of game in that regard, but I don't know. Minecraft. Oh, yes. The all-time classic Minecraft is entirely possible. That's entirely possible. I've had quite a few people suggest that I'd try Minecraft. Again, we'll see what happens. As much as I would like to try maybe something a bit more action-packed, it wouldn't really be too relaxing, you know. If I was to stream Command and Conquer, and then all of a sudden you've got people in the background going, ooh, and things like that. I don't think anyone's going to be going, yes, I'm not entirely relaxed here, Aurelius, with all this machine gun fire and lasers blasting and things. Wacky as it would be, of course. Yeah, in any case. Well, I think today's a good time for me to do a big yawn. Oh, blimey. Maybe I could do a Google form. Very bored person. Yeah, we'll see. I'll keep everyone updated, and if there's any games that I might end up... Well, I've got to, of course, naturally track these games down and buy them and whatnot, and get it all done that way, but still, I'm not going to beg for anyone for codes. That would be silly of me. If there's a game I'm going to get, I'll have to get it myself through usual means. Well, you know, with money, paying for them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens down the line. For now, though, of course, I just want to say to all of you lovely folks that, oh dear. Well, Jelly needs to find a spider and get rid of it for good. Best of luck with that spider, Jelly. And no, don't say yawn. I've got to wrap up the stream now, you silly billies. I've got time to wrap things. Oh, blimey. Anyway, yes. Time for me to wrap up the stream. No, I'm not a puppy. I'm just a little bit yawny is all. Yes, I think let's relax for the rest of the evening and hop into bed afterwards. Let me just say, though, first and foremost, thank you everyone who has joined this stream. It's been wonderful chatting and shooting the breeze. And I hope to find you all in the next stream coming this Wednesday. Please stay safe, and I'm looking forward to chatting with all of you again. And thank you. I hope you all sleep well when you do and have a wonderful day, and I'm still not a puppy, though. Anyway, good night to all of you. To you Natural, Nova, Grey, Jelly, Slasher, Blue Bats, Arctic Fox, Ocean, and... Oh, they're calling me puppy again, bless. Again, no need for you to worry about that with me, Ocean. If I end up streaming a game, I'm going to be covering it myself. I might even stream some old school retro games, but again, we'll see what happens down the line. anyway, to all of you, Very Bored Person, Dragon Star, I think I said Natural, to everyone, Blue Bats too, and I hope I haven't missed out anyone, Ocean, to all of you basically, to all of you wonderful, lovely folks, TsunamiJuria included, I hope you have a wonderful night, I hope you stay safe, and just know that I love you all ever so much. See you all next time. Mwah. Big hugs to all of you. No, Ocean jumping to YouTube to call me a puppy. Pouting again. Hugs and kisses to you all. Stay safe, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.